Hello everyone, so today I am back with another video, and today's video is going to be all about the do's and don'ts when talking to someone or helping someone with self-harm. So personally, the things that don't help me when people come to me about self-harm is when they just come straight out with it and blatantly ask you on the spot, why do you do it? Because I don't know about everyone, like it might work for some people if you just ask them on the spot, but when someone asks me on the spot, oh, why do you self-harm? You almost feel like you're under pressure to say something, and some of the times it can just be you can just say, well, I don't really know, because some people, they start it because not because they don't know why they start on it, but they might not fully understand. They might think it's one thing, but then really they started doing it because of a different thing. So they might be unsure themselves. They might have an idea of why they started self-harm, and they might have an idea of what triggered it for the first time, but they might not be completely sure. So if you ask someone directly on the spot, oh, why did you start doing it? You could be putting them under a lot of pressure, and you could be not making them want to do it again, but making them feel like they have to answer, and they probably most likely would make them feel more anxious. And then, I don't know about some people, but when I feel anxious about one thing, then I don't know why, but I just feel anxious about another thing I didn't even think about that day, and then it just spirals on, and then next thing you know, I'm self-harming. So try not to put them under pressure. Now, I'm not saying that you can't ask them, like, oh, why did you start doing it? But don't let that be the first question you ask them when you're talking about self-harm. Maybe just, I don't know, tell them, like, how they're not a bad person for doing it. They're, like, it's ordinarily, people are probably going to hate me for saying this, but it's not a good thing of doing to, like, it's not a good thing self-harming, but it's not a bad thing either, because the bottom line is people do it for a coping strategy because of either things, what they're feeling, their thoughts, or whatever going off in their life. People tend to do it as a coping strategy. So you don't really want to say it's a bad thing, because if it helps you to cope, then yes, you are going to do it. And you don't want to think like it's a bad thing to do, but that's what people ordinarily get in their minds, that, oh, self-harming is bad, self-harming, you're a bad person because you do it. Yeah, you shouldn't do it. Yeah, it's addictive, but you can't help it if you are. You can't help it if you're addicted. You can't help it if you just can't stop. And it will stop eventually. For everyone who self-harms, who is listening to this, even if you just did it once, or you're addicted, I can't speak, you're addicted to doing it, it will stop. It will get easier, and it will be better, but it might take a month, it might take a year, it might take 2 years. I've been doing it for ages right now. I can't even remember the first time I started self-harming. It's been over a year, let's just say that. And yeah, I still feel like it's impossible for me to stop, but it's not saying that it will never stop. It will sometimes, but it might just take a while to stop. So, a do for when talking about self-harming. So what you can do is make sure, well, you don't have to make sure, but make sure the person knows that you are there for them, and that they can talk to you whenever they want about it, when they are feeling stressed. Because some of the times when people are feeling really down and they want to do it, the only thing that they really want is to talk to someone about their problems, and that can really help them. I know one time when I was in school and I really wanted to do it, but I stopped myself because I went down and I spoke to someone, like a teacher at school, and then slowly led me to not do it that time. And I'm not saying it's going to help all the time. When some people want to do it and they talk about it, then sometimes the urge is too bad to do it that they still do it anyway. But that's not saying that just don't talk to them. You should always talk to them, because you never know, it could stop them. It could help them a bit. It could not make them realise, but put them in the right frame of mind to think, no, I don't have to do this. So always make sure that they know that you're there to help them, and they know that you can come to, I don't know, speak to them, or you know that you're there for them, basically. Another don't is not to just tell them to stop straight away. This is one thing what really bugs me when people ask me about my self-harm, is when they say, why don't you just stop? If it was as simple as that, you guys, if it was as simple as saying, oh, why don't you just stop, and then people stop self-harming, it wouldn't, I wouldn't be making this video right now. Loads of other people wouldn't be struggling to self-harm. Loads of people wouldn't be battling things in their mind and doing things because they just, I don't know, it's really frustrating. I don't know how to put it in words, but please don't ever when talking about someone or talking to someone about self-harm, just don't say, why don't you just stop? Because it's fine when you tell them different alternatives for doing it, like distraction techniques and other things like that, but please never tell someone to just, why don't you just stop? Because that makes them want to do it more. I'm not gonna lie, it does sound stupid, but to me, when someone tells me, oh, just stop, it makes me think bad thoughts, like, why am I doing this? Why are they saying that? Are they right? Are they not wrong? Then it gets me all anxious, and then it leads me to do it again because I need to control that by self-harming. So please never say that. I'm glad I got that out. Another do for like talking about self-harm is always remind the person that it will get better and they will be able to stop one day. So as I said before, don't just tell them to stop, but remind them that it's okay that they're not feeling okay at this moment in time. They are going to get better, and try and put that positivity in their mind so they will basically think it. So when they have negative thoughts, it will go in a spiral in their head, and then they will hear your voice saying, oh yeah, things will get better. You will be able to stop. You will be able to manage without self-harm one day. So the last don't of this video is going to be, never get someone to show you their self-harm, or if they don't, I can't speak. Never get someone like pressured to show you their self-harm, because some people are very self-conscious about showing their self-harm. Some people are okay about showing it, and then there's those people who are like me, who one day you can be like all positive about yourself and you can be thinking, oh yeah, I don't care, people see it, it's still something what I do. Then other days you can be like, oh, I don't really like it, I hate them seeing it. Are they going to judge me, or are they going to make fun of me? So if you say to someone, oh, can I see it? Yeah, it's fine to ask them that, because you never know, they might say yes or they might say no. But if they say no, then don't pressure them to show you. Don't pressure them to like show you their cuts or show you their burns or whatever. Never pressure them to show their self-harm, because they might be very insecure about it. And yes, I know this is an arguing situation, like people might be putting in the comments, but they chose to do it. They chose to put it on their body, so why wouldn't they want to show it? Because they put it there. It's not like someone else put it there. But it's so frustrating because they don't want it there. When they are doing it, they don't think about, oh, it's going to leave a scar. Oh, people are going to feel like, I don't know, people are going to judge me when I do this. They just think, oh, I need to do it. I need to do it right now, and that's what's going through their head. Then when they're doing it, if people think when they're doing it, oh, people are going to judge me about this, then I don't think people will be doing it as much as people do. Like when I do it, I don't think, oh, well, people are going to judge me about this, or people are going to find out. Whenever I do it, I always think no one's going to find out. I'll just do it this one time, and no one will find out, and no one will know it's on my arm or on my legs or whatever. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for it being a bit of a ramble. I just wanted to do this video, and I wanted to get some stuff out as well. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below some of the suggestions what you thought would be helpful. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!